Let's take a look at the seventh example here, factoring. Let's refresh our memory a little bit on factoring. Our first method of factoring is GCF, the greatest common factor. And we always try to do this. I'll put an asterisk here to indicate maybe 3 asterisks. We always try to do that. Most times you just visually look at it and see if they have something in common. Then our second method is grouping. This is where we have 4 or more terms. Our third one is the Psd method. And this is where it's of the form x squared plus bx plus c. And obviously I have no clue where to do this at. There it is. Okay. There we go. Our fourth method, key number method. And this is when you got the form ax squared plus bx plus c. And superscript, there it is. Then our fifth method is difference two squares. And this is when you got 2 terms with a minus between them. And our sixth one is the difference of 2 cubes. And this is when you got 2 terms with a minus between them. And last one is the sum of 2 cubes. And this is when you got 2 terms with a plus between them. Okay, so let's keep this in handy when we're working this problem. Problem number 7. We got negative 3x to the fourth plus 6x to the third minus 9x. First method we look at is GCF. See if they have something in common. Now on GCF, if your first term is negative, you always factor out a negative. Number-wise, I got 3, 6, and 9. Largest number divided in all those is 3. Here I got an x to the fourth. Here I got an x to the third. Here it's got an x. If I were to put a power here, it would be the first power. And you always pull out the x to the smallest power. So our first power is our smallest one, so we're going to just factor an x out. Well, negative 3 divided by negative 3 is a positive 1. I had 4 x's. I pulled 1 away, so that gives me x to the third. 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2. I had 3 x's. I pulled 1 away, so that leaves me 2 x's. Negative 9 divided by negative 3 gives me a positive 3. I had 1 x, and I pulled that x away, so it's gone. So we have this. And if I were to go through and look through my list, next one's grouping, 4 more terms. Well, what's inside the parentheses is 3 terms, so can't do anything there. PST and key number are both 3 terms, but they have an x squared on them. This one has an x to the third. Then the last one's 2 terms. Well, these are all 3 terms, so I know this is my answer. So it'd match x to the third minus 2x squared plus 3. Looks like D is in David. Double check that. Yep. So that'd be your answer.